have too much shit. Linda and I are here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to kill a turkey.
We just rolled through the border, had a simple check on our shotguns, but now we are in Mexico. I'm sitting with Linda Powell, who is Director of Media Relations for Mossberg Shotgun. So there's a purpose why we're here in Mexico, here in the beautiful springtime. Unboxing the new shotguns, here we go. Ooh, On our way to a turkey hunt, we've got Rick Lambert.
Here I am.
Eric Poole. And Ted Tall Tines Turkey and Deer Guiding Service. We're on a quest for Gould's turkey. I'm sitting with Linda Powell, who is Director of Media Relations for Mossberg Shotgun. So there's a purpose why we're here in Mexico, here in the beautiful springtime. But before we get to the gun, I just want to give a little shout out to my friend Linda, because we've been hunting for a long time. And Linda has gone to almost every corner of the world to hunt game. You've been in a PR capacity for many years, seen everything. This girl has got 5 Grand Slams.
No, working on 5.
Working on 5. You got 4. Working on 5.
Yep.
But let me turn it over to you real quick. Linda, why are we in Mexico right here, right now?
Well, obviously, if you haven't been falling in love with this ranch by now, shame on you, because this is just an incredible place. I discovered it maybe about 6 to 7 years ago. It's so diverse, the landscape. We've been in bottoms with big sycamore trees. I think the elevation here at camp is like about 4,500 feet. But then we move up into the higher elevation. There's just an abundance of wildlife. We've seen Coues deer, of course the Gould's turkey, we've seen javelina, lots of birds. I think the diversity here of both the wildlife and the terrain is so appealing to me. Not to mention, as you said, the culture. The food, the people. It's just one of my favorite places to hunt. Yeah. Oh yeah, the food.
Wow, the World Slam after, I'm not even going to say how many years, because that ages my old ass. It all came together here in Mexico. The reason I'm still whispering is because there's another bird, and Linda from Mossberg might shoot it. It's crazy that it's 5:53 in the morning because Mexico doesn't have daylight savings time. Anyway, we had to make a little adjustment, move our blind, got where these birds wanted to be, and hammered one with the old 940 Pro Field. Generally, when you think of Mexico, you think old Western movie, especially we're talking Sonora. We're not talking Campeche or the Yucatan where we went for oscillated last year.
Right.
We're talking about a couple hours south of the Douglas border, south of Tucson. But you get into some of these valleys and a little bit of elevation, and some of these valleys with springs, and it's just abundance of wildlife. The trees, some of the biggest trees I've ever seen in my life were here, the cottonwoods. Yes. Also, no rattlesnakes. They hate this elevation, so that's glorious. But we're here for 2 reasons. One is to complete my Grand Slam. I've killed a ton of turkeys, but never the Gould's turkey because it's so specialized to right here in Mexico, just a fairly small little region. So we are hunting Gould's turkey, but we are also using the Mossberg's new 940 Pro Field shotgun. Now you might have seen last year I did a comprehensive video on the 940 JM Pro, which is the race gun, Jerry Miculek's race gun, which I loved and really just set Mossberg on another level. But before I get into this gun, I want to tell you guys something. channel's called BullShooters because it's no BS. And how the industry goes as a writer, I get invited on media trips if I want to go. Now, it's not a pay to play. I don't have to write about the gun. I don't have to write something good about the gun. But it does give me experience actually hunting, you know, with the gun and doing some things and taking photos. And then certainly I have the option of writing, but even this gun, I love it. But if there's something that I don't like about it, I'm going to tell you. So that's a little disclaimer aside. But Linda, guess that's the segue. Will you help me describe this gun? And I'm going to go down through it by what I've learned.
Sure.
But if I miss a beat, you correct me or jump in there.
You bet.
You're like Charlie on Top Gun. They pay her to know more than I do about it. But let's start from the rear end of the gun. One thing that Mossberg has really done that it's just such a no-brainer are the stock modules. It's adjustable stock for length of pull, 13 to 14 and a quarter.
That's right.
Okay, so it'll fit anybody, and as I've preached on here, check out the last video about shotgun shooting. I have dedicated a whole spot on shotgun fit. In order to look down the barrel and not over it or on it or be too far, in order for you to shoot well and it to fit you good, you have to adjust the stock. You should take advantage of that.
You also can do drop and cast, so you really can custom fit it.
Okay, so it has the shims
It does
here.
Yes, it does.
And you should take the time to do that. How stupid is it to get a shotgun and never even take that off? Everybody knows the Mossberg metal tang safety. They're ambidextrous, they're positive. You know, that's half the reason why people like Mossbergs, just because they like that easy safety.
That's right. It works for a right or left-handed shooter.
Like the Jerry Miculek Pro, this gun also retains the oversized controls, and to me there's no reason to go, you know, undersized controls now once that cat is out of the bag. You know, it's just easy, you don't have to look, you can put a shell in. One of the things on this gun too, just like the JM, this forend is slimmer, and it just may, I'm not going to speed load when I hunt, this is the hunting version, the Pro Field, but loading is so easy, that gate is nice.
And we changed it, so, you know, a lot of times your finger would get pinched in there. We also kind of changed that so you don't have that issue, get your glove caught in it. Think about it, if you're like waterfowl hunting or something, have a glove on, you won't have that issue with this gun. Right.
Moving along, of course, most shotguns have a vent rib. It comes with 5 choke tubes.
Correct.
Of course, your normal. I'm not going to list them. This is an aftermarket, correct?
That's right. That's our turkey
Okay,
choke tube. That
but
we
it
put in
comes
these
with the
guns.
full that
Yes.
would be just fine for turkeys.
Absolutely.
So we have here an affordable Mossberg automatic shotgun, but the real story here is the guts of the gun. Now you're holding one, so
Yes.
you can look at that, but I'm going to take this apart. And this is the story. It has an absolutely modified gas system where the old 930, you told me you recommended cleaning about every 250 rounds.
That's right. You know, most autoloaders require a bit of maintenance, but 250 rounds, if you're...
Maintenance?
I know. Hey, I always laugh and tell people the reason I work for a gun company is when the gun gets dirty, I just turn it in and get another one. I don't have to clean it.
I once knew somebody who liked to clean guns, and he came to a miserable end. I mean, I don't like to clean either, but it is funny. It's a machine. It's a metal-on-metal machine, and people, you know, think that you don't have to clean them. You do. There's friction. You have to clean them. But this, because of the modified parts, it has oversized gas ports.
Correct.
It has what do we call
like kind of
it?
stepped, so you can actually see that it's kind of like has valleys in it, I guess maybe is the way to describe
That reduces friction, also allows somewhere for that carbon residue to go, and as Jerry Miculek, the man himself, personally told me.
Okay, the idea behind all that is what they were finding. It's kind of an interesting thing. You know how you start your car up and it makes moisture out of the exhaust? Same thing with the shotgun. If you don't shoot it until it gets very hot, you know, that tube, spacer tube would get condensation underneath it, and it would promote rust. So the ventilation there gives it an avenue for it to dry and stay ready to go.
This allows that, and you can just see how smooth that is. So a dual piston system. So all told, now what are we looking at? What are you recommending that you have to clean your
up
gun?
to 1,500 rounds.
That's a pretty big improvement.
It's a tremendous improvement. Also, remember too, the finishes are, you know, we put special finishes on it, so that helps reduce corrosion and also improves the functioning of the gun.
Right. So I have shot the hell out of the JM,
Yes.
and I mean, it just ran like a top. You can watch the video there. I've shot, we sighted this in with the optic that this is a Ghost Spectre, does not come with a gun or anything.
Correct.
We modified this this Pro Field for turkey hunting, but this is more of just the, let me see that gun.
Yeah,
this is more just of the general field model, correct?
That's correct. You know, we're starting out expanding this line with what we call our field gun because it's a general all-purpose gun. You know, you can use it for turkey hunting, waterfowl hunting, you know, bird hunting. We'll later offer some other models dedicated to turkey, waterfowl hunting, and personal and home defense. But we felt like it was important to start with a general all-purpose gun.
3-inch chamber. What about barrel length?
Barrel length on this is 28. Typically on a field gun we'll offer a couple of options, so I would expect to see a 26-inch too. When you get into the more specialized guns like a turkey gun, I would guess we'd probably be at 24 inches, maybe even a 22.
Okay, and then here's the question. How much does this baby cost?
You know, I don't have a final price on it yet, but I think we're talking about it's going to be sub $900. I would say probably look around that $850 mark.
Okay.
When you go into the store. Yep.
Pretty much a dual field gun, sub 900.
Yeah.
That's the 940 Pro Field. Okay, let's go find my bird because we got to get them to clean it. Plus, I want to show the people how pretty these
Sounds like a
birds are.
plan.
Come on, and maybe we can look around this place.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You see our nice, pretty sheep to the right.
Little casa that I'm staying in over there, they call it the honeymoon cottage
Well, how can you get the special one?
because I'm the only girl in camp.
Think we should bother Ted?
Absolutely.
So check out the sheer size of some of these trees. That's just the trunk, but of course,
There's another one there, yeah.
Redonkulous. We've got a real problem this time.
Serious.
Gotcha! This is Ted from Tall Time. He's top notch. He does deer in Kansas, Gould's turkey in Mexico. His forte. He loves elk with a bow if he's hunting personally. But Linda's been with many a coos deer hunt, correct?
Yes, coos deer here on the ranch too. Yep, does Florida for turkeys. I try to hunt everywhere that Ted hunts.
And we appreciate you.
What are you doing in there, napping?
Of course. No, we're finding
Special guides meeting.
a bird for Linda.
I'm the last one.
And we found one. 12.5-inch.
That's
Big
fine.
beard.
Big
Speaking
beard.
of birds, we're on the hunt for mine. Where's my bird?
In the,
You said
go look.
the ice house?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, let's
Hold
go.
on. Hold on, let's go around this way real quick.
We're trying to let everybody
I'll
appreciate
set it on the table for you.
Okay. Hey Ted, we got it. It was a joke. And here is a really special place around this corner. This is the one place you get Wi-Fi service.
So everybody gathers here, don't they? I don't know.
Look,
Just show
look,
them a
it's
little
Rick.
video.
All right.
Hey.
Y'all, we thought y'all were pinning top 40 songs.
We are. We're working on it.
Okay.
We're trying to find dry ice. Exactly.
These Gould's turkeys, a lot of time will have 19 or 20 tail feathers.
Okay.
And
So that's something that's definitely unique to
Yeah.
them.
it is unique, yeah. That's why when you look at them, their fans are just giant.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
enormous.
well, you know, people pay me to pose with their vast deer and turkeys.
Yeah, because you can. I got you. I understand. Yeah, so 19 tail
Beautiful
feathers.
turkey. I'm really proud of them. And Bird, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Heck of a
Well,
beard,
then he made
too.
us earn them.
Yep,
That's for
you
sure.
did.
Phenomenal beard.
Is that about as good as spurs as they get here? Be honest with me. I don't care. How
1 inch
big
is
they
about
get.
as big as they get. You can tell these are kind of rounded off
Right.
and smooth because of the rocks climbing up and down the hills.
Well, so what were these? Half, 3/4? I don't know.
I didn't measure that, but that's at least 3/4.
Okay.
Most
Okay, so they get a little bit bigger than that, but they don't get any finer than this bird.
No.
Anyway, I really appreciate it. Had a blast.
Yeah, hey, enjoyed
Thank you.
having
I
you
would
down.
like to come back
Thanks.
sometime.
Anytime, man.